welcome back to my 41st YouTube video on my YouTube channel. Yay! I am Hawkinsimmer, and today I am so excited to share this build with you. I don't think I've been this inspired about a Sims build in like a bajillion years. I'm calling it this modern water build. I totally found a floor plan for this. I did not come up with this on my own. I mean, I definitely took some creative liberties, especially with the upper floor and of course like the exterior. But in terms of like the kitchen and dining setup, I did not come up with that. I totally saw that on like floorplans.com or I don't know, very generic house floor plan websites. They're pretty well all the same. So if you can find one, you can definitely type in modern and this will come up. But I am so excited. It is a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom. 4.5 bath home as a laundry room. One of the bathrooms is Jack and Jill. If you don't know what that is, that's just where 2 bedrooms share a communal bathroom, and there's a door to either side of the bathroom that goes into each bedroom. I just had this feeling that there was this big family and they lived here, and if you haven't noticed, I just love to build family homes. I am not so great at building smaller homes. I love building large family homes with lots of bedrooms, so that's kind of where this one is. I have done a couple of other modern builds on my channel. Some of them obviously are relatively old because I haven't posted on this channel for like a whole year. One of them includes all of the stuff from Harry and Felix Sanders' The Kitchen pack. I loved that cute little CC stuff pack, so it's featured in that build, but otherwise the rest of it is not CC, just that one pack. And I will link that video, which has the links to Harry's channel and the CC pack, and you could download that if you wanted. That is top tier CC, like absolutely out of this world. And now, since they made the kitchen and the bathroom, they've made a garden one called Jardin, I think, which is, I think, the French word for garden. Listen, I am an uncultured American citizen. Please don't clock me. I'm so sorry. But she's just teased the bedroom stuff. I'm sorry, not the bedroom stuff. Now she's just teased the living room stuff. So that looks pretty cool. I don't think it's out even for Patreon yet, but it looks like it's going to be good. So I'll probably do a little review on that in the future. But anyway, I don't usually do a ton of modern builds, mostly because there aren't modern homes where I live. I live in small town, Midwest, like not a lot going on here. So most homes do not look like this, but like I said, I was super inspired by this floor plan that I found. There's a lot of exterior stuff going on. It is a pretty long video, but it is worth it. I leave in tons of the stuff. The only things that I really didn't leave in, of course, are the bathrooms and the front yard landscaping. There's not a lot to it, but I did cut it out because it took a while, but not too long. So most of the content is still in here, okay? And all of the important stuff is in here. The interior of this house is so cool. It's so unlike anything that I usually do. My builds never end up looking like this. The kitchen dining area is to die for. I love it. And then there's like a formal little seating area to the side. And then I used platforms successfully. I told you a couple videos ago that I successfully used platforms in a build, and this is that build. And it is so cute. So in the main part of the home, in all of it, I used, medium, or maybe it's tall wall heights, which I never do. And then I used platforms for where the master bedroom is and the 2 kids' rooms downstairs, as well as both bathrooms for those. And then there's like a theater room, more of like, the den with the TV, the family room, I guess. Whereas like on the main level by the dining room and kitchen, that room is more like a formal sitting area. Girl, I'm telling you, these people are fancy. They are rich and they are fancy. So I think there's 4 children. There's a toddler's room and then a child's room and then 2 teen rooms upstairs. So the teens upstairs each have their own bathroom and then they have their own little sitting area. So this is a super expensive house. I don't actually know how much it is. I will end up putting it on the gallery, but it is a super expensive build. Not to mention there's like this infinity pool. Again, I did not come up with this on my own. People are so creative. I followed a tutorial from Kate Emerald. If you haven't watched her videos, what are you doing? Have you ever watched a sim video? If you haven't watched a Kate Emerald sim video, her videos are insane. They're so good, so detailed, and she has hacks for everything. So she kind of had a video on how to do this, like make it look like an infinity pool. I don't know why you can't have pools in Sulani. It really irks me, but whatever. It's just a simulation, I guess, technically. But yeah, I just wanted to use different levels. So I did use a different level to go down to that pool area. But yeah, that's in the past, darling. We are inside. We are doing the interior of this home, which again, I loved. I am obsessed. Like, I have a really hard time being proud of myself, but I really love the interior of this home. And like I said, I did not come up with this floor plan. I found this floor plan, but there are no details. There are no color schemes, honey darling. There is no furniture. This is all Hawkinsimmer. I came up with this on my own. I am a creative genius. I'm not. That's a lie. The too far girl. But I did come up with the interior design aesthetic on my own. And I really loved it. I thought it was so cute. This entryway isn't exactly my favorite, but when you're building in Sulani, it's kind of difficult because the front of the build isn't the star of the show. People are not living in the front of their homes when they have the view that you have in Sulani. So the front of the builds that I always make in these homes are they're not great. It probably won't do well on the gallery, mostly because I'm a nobody, but also because you don't get to choose your thumbnails, I guess, for your houses on the gallery. So obviously the first thumbnail is going to be from the front of the lot, and that's not the star of this show, honey girl. The star of this show is the back of the lot, duh. So the entrance is kind of understated in this build, but it's there. I made a cute little entrance. Again, lots of backpacks. I figured the kids throw their stuff down. And then this huge open living area. I loved the way this kitchen works. And then it has stairs on either side of it. So like the left side of the kitchen goes to the like big theater room, family room. And then the right side goes to the master bedroom, master suite, if you will. But the whole hallway goes past 2 additional like kids' bedrooms. And I figured the younger kids would be downstairs and then the older kids would be upstairs. And also, so like I said, I've downloaded lots of packs and haven't gotten to play with any of them. So I don't know. I saw these like bird pictures and I don't know. I kind of figured maybe someone was into like bird watching or something. Maybe that's super dumb, but I included it. I spent too much time, making a little gallery wall with bird feathers, but it's there. I took the time because I have the time. But here I am kind of doing the big theater room. If you're wondering why it went so quickly, let me tell you. It's because as far as like the main living area and the exterior, it's because I didn't hit record while doing any of that. So I didn't record myself doing any of that. And when I realized, basically I just hit undo over, like Control Z over and over and over and over and over again until I was back to where I had last recorded. And then I started recording, and I guess I cheated a little bit, and I just hit redo over and over and over and over and over again to place all of the items back. Does that make sense? So it went a lot more quickly than it would have if I had like actually individually done all of those things because it was already there. So yeah, I panicked. I was so upset. I had done this whole sitting area as well as the kitchen and dining room, and a lot of the exterior, all of it was gone, and I had to try again. I was so sad. I was like, this is like taking me back to last year when QuickTime Player would ruin all of the footage, and it was devastating. Oh, I was so upset. But I recovered, right? But yeah, I just finished up kind of the main floor, that big theater room. I wanted that to be like, we have popcorn in here and they have the little globe bar, which is so dumb, but I couldn't fit a real bar. So I used that, and then it's got, a computer, and it's got like toys for the kids. I just figure they all hang out in there and have movie nights and stuff. So it's a big family room. But I've started doing the kids' rooms. These, like I said, are up on that platform, as well as the master bedroom. This toddler room is so cute. I put in tons of activities and skill building stuff in this room. Like I said, this is a home for people who like family play. This is a home for people who enjoy, like long lifespan and doing all the stuff with their kids. And in reality, like, all of these bedrooms are huge. Like, you could definitely fit a couple of Sims, especially in these downstairs bedrooms. These rooms are even bigger than the ones upstairs for the teens. But in these downstairs bedrooms, you could have 2 kids' beds in each one in reality. So, like, people who like to do legacy stuff, like, this could definitely, house a lot of Sims. Currently, it sleeps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it could definitely, you could add a couple of beds in each of these bedrooms downstairs. So, and all of the bedrooms, like I've said before, I like for my bedrooms to have some variance. They aren't necessarily gendered, but I try to make them pretty contrasting so that there's a good variety of like personalities. I do tend to always like make the family and cast before I actually go and build a home. I just like to have an idea of like who these people are and kind of what they're about. Younger kids don't have tons of like personality to me, just because like, well, in The Sims, like, they don't get a lot of traits when they're kids. So they don't have like a strong personality, but especially when you start getting into like the teens, they kind of have a stronger personality, mostly because there's nothing differentiating teens and adults, but that's another conversation. But like, they live in this tropical area, and I kind of thought this like teenage son like really wasn't about it. They took a trip maybe to Mount Kamarabi, but I have a feeling like maybe they took a winter vacation in Snowy Escape, and like that kid's just trying to get back there. He is not about this island life anymore. He's absolutely trying to rebel and get out of this island life and move to the Snowy Escape world. And I could see him doing that, But obviously, this style of home isn't for everyone. Modern in general, but then on top of that, I used all of these wood tones that I would never use in real life. I used wood for the walls instead of using like a wallpaper or paint. I decided to use paneling, which is so outdated, but when you're putting it against stuff like the black and white of the windows and the rugs and the furnishings are all like creams and whites, it kind of works. At least I think it does. Like I said, this is not my style. It's not where I would live, but I think it is an appealing style for a lot of different people. So I tried to stay with this more yellowy kind of softer wood tone, but then for the floors I obviously used a dark wood tone. And here's the thing, it's very frustrating in The Sims when wood tones don't match, but it's okay in terms of what I think as someone who is not a professional interior designer. It's okay to use them when they're contrasting this much. It's not clashing, it's not weird. There's so much contrast that it kind of balances everything out, in my opinion. And like I said, I am an unprofessional, so I'm totally qualified to state my opinion on the matter. But yeah, I kind of moved up here, a little more exterior stuff on the second level patio area. Again, I just think like with this view, you're going to be spending a lot of time outside. So, I included a lot of places to sit and hang out and then eat even. I included a lot of plants. I included that bubbler thing that I don't really know what it is in The Sims. I don't know what it's called in The Sims, but a bubbler thing that they can all hang out and do. But I just had this extra room for this like sunroom up here, so I figured like this is the kids hangout, this is where the teens go and like have their friends over and watch TV and like play games and whatever. So I made this little seating area upstairs, totally realistic, right? We all had one of these growing up. I mean, to be fair, like in my home growing up, we did have like an unfinished basement that we had old ratty furniture in and an old TV in. So like when I had friends over, we did hang out in our basement, had a little area, but it was not nearly as nice as this. So what about you? Did your home growing up, did you have like a space for you and your friends to hang out and was kind of known as like, you know, this is where everyone's gonna go and when we have friends over? Did you have something like that? Let me know in the comments below. But here we are moving on to these teen bedrooms. Like I said, I think they're a little like one row of tiles smaller than the ones downstairs, or maybe it seems that way just because like both of these teen rooms have a double bed, but in reality, like they're functional. They have a bed and a nightstand and a dresser so they can change their appearance. And then in both rooms, I included like some kind of chair, or like I included these cute little poofs in this room. So yeah. Also, all of my Sims houses have way more fake plants, or I guess they could be real, who knows, than ever they would in real life. Who has this many fake plants? I don't have a single fake plant in my home. I have some real plants, but very few, mostly because I think my cats would eat them if I had any more. And also, plants are expensive. Like, buying big, especially like that, like those plants that I put in the corner that are like taller, it's expensive to buy a plant like that. It's like $50. Whew, I'm broke. But all of my bills tend to have them. I think they just kind of round out a room. You know, in real life, you don't have the money, but in The Sims, we got motherload, so you can just have as many plants as your little heart desires. But as you can see, I am using all of the furniture from Snowy Escape. The bedroom furniture from that pack is awesome. I love the wood tones. Most of the swatches for the beds are really good, so I use that all the time, including that rug and size it up. Oh, it's cute. But anyway, we're getting close to the end of the build here. I just have a few more finishing touches. So I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload new videos every Monday and Thursday at around 4 p.m. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye! God, I hope you guys love this build as much as I do, because I love this build.